Ancient civilizations were far more advanced than we thought. First, let's talk about the ancient Egyptians. This is the Orion's Belt, a star constellation. Is it a coincidence that it perfectly lines up with the pyramids of Giza? Now, what's crazy to me is that the speed of light and the altitude of the pyramids are the same number. It's also mind-blowing that the pyramids line up with the motherboard of a modern computer. It's also shocking that ancient cave drawings have depictions of light bulbs. So what if this is a proof that
I've looked at every conspiracy theory, moon landing, 9/11, JFK. The one I'd never looked at is God. I said, let me see about this God thing. I've never been a religious guy. There's a lot of stuff written about Jesus. And I gotta tell you, Joe, as sure as I know that Building 7 didn't fall down out of sympathy for Building 1 and 2, God is real, Jesus existed, he was a badass outlaw, and has changed my outlook on life. And I believe that we can win with God. I know that may sound a little weird coming from me, but I'm all in on this.
You've probably heard the conspiracy theory that your favorite celebrity is actually a lizard, so here's the full reason the crazy lizard people conspiracy exists.
The world is controlled by shadowy elites and shape-shifting lizard people.
For years, conspiracy theorists have accused celebrities of shifting from normal people to lizard people right before our eyes. If you look at their eyes in these real videos, you see they go from round human pupils to sharp, oval, reptilian-looking pupils. Miley, Rihanna, Taylor, Beyonce, some even go as far as to tell everyone that they are not actually a lizard.
Mark, are the allegations true that you are secretly a lizard? I'm gonna have to go with no.
12 million people have gone on record saying that they believe in this theory, and David Icke has written many books about it. The story goes that lizard people are an advanced species of humanoids that existed back in dinosaur times, disguise themselves as humans, and then use their intelligence to control and dictate the world. They're able to achieve celebrity and prestige because they're way more advanced and intelligent than humans because they've been here for so much longer. They're not to be trusted because they want to plant seeds to destroy humans and corrupt them. In 2014, Justin Bieber was accused of switching back between human and lizard eyes on camera. Then the same year, he allegedly shifted into full lizard form in front of hundreds of fans. Then hundreds of news sources and people on Twitter were talking about it the next day. I'm gonna show you what people said he did as a lizard, but before I do, make sure you follow so you finally know the craziest conspiracy theories about each of these celebrities and requests do you want to see next. People say that his head shrunk, his eyes went black, and real-life scales formed down his body with a black stripe down the middle. He grew over a foot taller, people were screaming, crying, running for the exit, and anyone who recorded a video was forced to delete it and sign an NDA. But everyone who saw him described his physical appearance the exact same way.
I just found out some really disturbing things about Ellen DeGeneres, and I'm not worried about that creepy sweatshirt she's wearing. But as we watch this video, the camera creeps inside of her house, and you can see that weird Evil Thoughts picture. I looked up the artist and he's into some really satanic stuff. And that's not even the weird thing. Look at this picture of Ellen sitting inside of her home. This is the picture that was right behind her. Now look at the letters on top. These are the same letters that you write out during satanic rituals. Look at this picture of her cutting her mother's hair. Now look at the picture above her head and try and figure it out. Oh my goodness. I just found out some really disturbing.
Antarctica is sketchy. Yeah, every single country has signed a treaty that you can't do anything in Antarctica. No one can go to certain areas in Antarctica, and no one can own Antarctica. Hitler at one point went to Antarctica with like 40-something virgin women. Isn't that bizarre? He has a documented voyage to Antarctica with like 40 virgin women.
And there's no reason behind it?
They had like a official meeting. They still have official meetings. The leaders of XRP that created XRP went to like this World Economic Forum giant meeting in Antarctica for no reason. They just went to Antarctica to have a meeting. Why would they do that?
You need to hear this crazy conspiracy about iPhones. Have you ever thought about why an iPhone has its name? Some people think when Apple says I, it literally means I. iPhones are watching us, listening to us, and seeing everything we're doing. And some people have this link to the Illuminati. Don't believe me? What's Siri spelled backwards?
seriously change your life. So this right here shows all the conspiracy theories from the most well-known ones that we all know to the darkest of the dark. This series we're going to be going from the most well-known ones to the darkest of the dark, which will probably keep you up all night. Having to do the research into all of these is probably going to disturb the hell out of me, but you know, I'm doing it for you guys, so make sure you hit that follow button. Part 1. Let's go. Today we're going to be talking about Area 51, but not how you think. Trust me, this is wild. This guy right here is Bob Lazar. Now, he used to work at Area 51. Now, Area 51 is, of course, one of the biggest conspiracy theories out there. What is it? Why can't we go near there? Is it just a military base? Bob claims he used to work there, reverse engineering alien craft. Now, this right here is his actual drawing of an alien craft. Yeah, crazy, right? This is where it gets mental. Absolutely mental. I think Area 51 is this place, right? According to Bob, this is not where all the crazy stuff happened. It's actually down the road here, in a place called Area S4. Area S4 is located up in the mountains, completely top secret, and nobody knows really what it is until Bob came out about it. Bob claims he would be taken to Area S4, which is an underground facility where he would work on the alien craft. Put the coordinates into Google and look at this place, it's just crazy. The road which leads straight up to it, the road ends right there, and then there's just like holes in the ground. So there is definitely something there. What I'm saying is all from Bob. There is literally a documentary about this. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix, you may have seen it. Let me know what you think, because this is crazy. The series is about to get a whole lot crazier, so make sure you hit that follow button. I'll see you in the next one.
Is down there.
Giant monsters.
And who are they, and why are they here?
They're a natural defense mechanism from the planet. They've been here longer than any of us have, or since before the dinosaurs even. These are creatures that go back millions of years potentially, and have been living there for a very, very long time. My personal encounter with them is they're highly intelligent, and I guarantee you a living creature that's 200 or 300 feet tall, that's, you know, several 100,000 or a million years old, has a consciousness that probably defies understanding from me or you anyway.
How long have they been here?
Millions of years, probably even maybe since the beginning of the planet.
Could you give me an example of what one of these giants look like?
Sure. I've only had one personal experience that I can relate. While I have been briefed on the subject and I could describe a few other things, I only have one personal experience that I was there for, saw with my own eyes, and experienced with my own 5 senses. So if you want to imagine something that resembles a big furry primate, maybe like a sloth that walks on its hands and is covered with hair that looks like giant dreadlocks.
How tall do you think, could you estimate?
I would estimate that it was probably between 250 and 300 feet tall.
How do they grow to such an extreme size, and why aren't we not seeing them on the surface?
Well, I think we're talking about pre-primordial time, so we're talking about before the dinosaurs, when plants and animals were even larger. So I think we're just talking about they came from a time when biological life grew bigger.
Is down there.
Giant monsters.
And who are they, and why are they here?
The Pixar theory states that every film is set in the same universe. It starts with a good dinosaur when the asteroid missed Earth and didn't wipe out the dinosaurs. This leads to them evolving and becoming as intelligent as humans. Next is Brave. Set in the 10th century, we meet Merida and the Will-O-Wisps, which lead to magic. The witch in Brave can make inanimate objects turn sentient, turn humans into animals, and create portals through wooden doors. Next is The Incredibles, which takes place in the 1960s. This theory states that the supers are created by the government until they stop reproducing and eventually die out. This leads to the creation of AI when Syndrome makes the Omnidroid. Next is Up. At the beginning of the film, Carl is being forced to give up his house to buy and enlarge so they can expand. At the same time, Charles Muntz is experimenting with animals because he's realised how intelligent they are. This is the start of animosity between humans and animals. Like for part 2.
This is the world's largest conspiracy theory iceberg, and in this TikTok, we're gonna go through each and every single one. Moving on, we got the McFly code. This theory basically states that Back to the Future and all of its sequels predicted the future. Basically what the theory says is that by hiding images within the movie, they were able to basically warn the future or maybe set the future in motion. Some people go as far as to say that this even predicts 9/11, as well as other disasters that happened. But what is believed is by putting these things in the movie, they actually set course human history to make these things happen. Virtual reality, flat screen TVs, Google Glass, holograms. And some people think that this has a much bigger meaning to it. But as you know, we got a long way to go, cuz this is the world's largest conspiracy theory iceberg.